Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to my Facebook Live event here. My name is Marguerite and my business is Marguerite's Organic Mixes, as you can see from my banner. My website is momixes.com and it is on here somewhere. Oh, momixes.com, that's my website. And I'm a maker of a Creole seasoning blend made out of all organic herbs and spices and Himalayan pink salt. I'm going to do a little cooking demo in my kitchen. It's just my home kitchen, and my whole point is just whatever kind of kitchen you have, you can do it. You can cook just about anything. Or you can do things that are really simple and really tasty with the help of my seasoning. I'm just going to show you different ways that you can use my seasoning to make your food tastier. Okay, right now I have in the oven some onions that when they come out, they're going to be caramelized and really tasty. I put them in a little while ago so they would be ready so I can show you. And right now I'm going to show you how to do oven roasted asparagus. Okay, so I already washed, rinsed the asparagus, and which I have here in the colander, and I like the skinny asparagus better for texture. Alright, I have put some oil in the pan. Okay, and you can use whatever oil you like, but since the oven's at 400 degrees, I recommend using an oil that has a high heat smoke point, so you don't want your oil to smoke. I used avocado oil. Okay, that is a good one for high heat. Also, grapeseed oil is good for high heat. Alright, so I'm just going to take my asparagus and put it in the pan. Spread it out a little bit. And I'm also going to get as much of the asparagus to touch the pan as possible. Some of it might actually get a little crispy and maybe a little burned. It's not going to cook completely evenly, but that's the way it goes. And I'm going to take my seasoning and I'm going to sprinkle it generously, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the oven with the onions. And you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and take the onions out. Now I have a shout out to Alice and Pearl for these beautiful pot holders. She's my Instagram buddy, also my neighbor. And I just love her pot holders. She sews them by hand. You can find her, just search Alice and Pearl.
Margaret Standard says, what about coconut oil?
Okay, great question, Margie. Here are the onions. They're not really burned. Haha. Okay, so to answer the question about coconut oil, you can get either refined or unrefined coconut oil. Refined coconut oil is okay for high heat. However, I prefer virgin, cold expressed, unrefined. Unrefined coconut oil has more flavor. It actually tastes like coconut. It's delicious. And you do not really want to do high heat with the unrefined. And I don't really recommend the refined because the more processing, the more, you lose nutrients and all that kind of thing. So I hope that answers your question. Okay.
Also, Kathleen said hello.
Hi, Kathleen. Glad you could join us. Tell your friends. Okay, so let me show you this delicious, the onions. They're nice and soft. They're really sweet. And I cooked these in the oven at 400 degrees. Same thing with the oil. I put not too much oil, but enough oil in the pan. And then I flipped them over. Sprinkled the seasoning on them, and I cooked them for about 20 minutes or so on one side, and then I flipped them and did another 15 minutes. So that's what I do with the onions. I do this with a lot of different vegetables. You can use like butternut squash, cut them in like large bite-sized pieces, or sweet potatoes, turnips, green beans. You can do it with a lot of different vegetables the same way. But I just like to season them with my seasoning and put them in the oven at 400 degrees most of them, like the sweet potatoes and the squash, take about an hour, or no, 45 minutes total, 25 minutes each, and then halfway through you want to turn them or flip them. The green beans don't take as long, the asparagus don't take as long, and I don't know, maybe you all can write in the comments some suggestions about some other types of vegetables that you like to do. Maybe Brussels sprouts, I don't know, broccoli. Okay, now I'm going to show you something else. This is, that was the timer for the onions. All right, I'm going to reset the timer. I'm going to do 10 minutes for the asparagus. We already had them in there for a few minutes. That should be plenty. Okay, so let's make some guacamole, y'all. Everybody likes guacamole. There are many different ways to make guacamole, and you can always add more ingredients than I'm going to show you, but I want to show you the absolute simplest way to make guacamole. So sometimes you just don't want to try that hard. You don't want to chop all kinds of onions and tomatoes and jalapeno peppers and all that kind of stuff. It's just too much trouble. Mm-hmm. So,
Shelby said broccoli.
Broccoli, thanks Shelby. Woohoo! Okay, so here's my recipe for guacamole. And I also want to remind you, all my recipes are on my website, momixes.com. So if you don't remember what I'm saying, you can just look on the website. Okay, now for every 1 avocado, now I've already got half of it in there. I gotta grab a fork so I can show you this little trick. Okay, here's a chef's tip. If sometimes you're wondering, how do you get the pit out? Well, if you stab it with the fork, oops, it came right out. Well, that one was easy. What I was going to show you was you stab it and then you twist it and it comes out, but that one was easy. Okay, now, there are different things you can do to get you can just scoop it out, but I like to cut it first. I just do a cross hatch. Sometimes you do want to mash it with a fork, but if depending on how ripe and soft your avocado is, sometimes it's easier or not as easy to mash it with a fork. So if you just take your little paring knife and do a cross hatch, you kind of just chop it up, and then you can take a spoon and just spoon it out, and you don't really have to mash it after that. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's pretty much kind of mashed. So this is just 1 avocado, and of course you can use as many avocados as you want. All right, so 1 avocado. Now I use apple cider vinegar. You can use whatever kind of vinegar you want. And I'm going to do another shout out to my good friends at La Terra Natural Oils. And I have here some of their extra virgin olive oil, and I also have here some of their black walnut balsamic vinegar. And I love this stuff. I like to put this on sweet potatoes and many other things. They have lots of different types of balsamic vinegars, and the black walnut is my favorite. But for this guacamole today, I'm going to use some apple cider vinegar. And so I say for 1 avocado, you want to use half a teaspoon, more or less, of apple cider vinegar. And you can see how precisely I measure this. Haha, that's a joke. I just put a little bit of vinegar in there. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of my seasoning. And once again, I'm going to very carefully measure this. That's a joke. I just really rebel against measuring. But it's a teaspoon is a close approximation. All right, so I'm going to put there, dump that in there, and then I'm going to mix it up. Okay, and that's it. That's how easy it is to make guacamole. Now, if you want to, you can chop other things and add them in there and make it even more better. But for now, this is my easy, simple, fast. And I want to show you another little trick that I like to do. I don't know if it's a trick. I like, you could put this on, of course, typically corn chips, but I like to use carrot chips. So I just cut a carrot and then turn it this way, and then cut this kind of thinly here. All right. And and now I've got a carrot chip. So instead, or I could pretend like this is a cracker, but it's just a little carrot chip, and I'll put the guacamole on there like that. Okay. Of course, you can put celery boats. You can chop up your celery and serve the guacamole with that, or crackers, or chips, or pita bread, or whatever you like. So there's my guacamole. Now I got another shout out to do, and that is my good friend Chef Darren. His store is called Chef Darren's Kitchen Table. He gives cooking classes. He's really unbelievable. He's got the most unbelievable collection of kitchen gadgets I've ever seen. And before I went into the store, I'm like, well, I don't need to go to the store because I've seen all the kitchen gadgets. I have most of them. I don't need another kitchen gadget. If I go in there, I find something that I like. So I just want to show you.
Margaret said bell peppers.
Bell peppers in the guacamole?
She just said bell peppers.
Okay, I like bell peppers too.
Maybe about what you can
Put in the oven?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. That's a good thing. I love oven roasted bell peppers. That's awesome. Also sauteed. I usually do like a pan saute with onions and bell peppers and garlic. So this gizmo here, it's a silicone tube for peeling the garlic. So everybody knows peeling the garlic is the biggest pain in the behind, right? So you just take your clove of garlic, put it in here, and then you roll it on the counter. All right? And look at that. Here's the garlic, and here's the peel. Magic.
Oh, she said bell peppers to dip.
Oh, bell peppers for the guacamole. Yes. Raw bell pepper. Dip in the guacamole. Awesome. I love that. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to do one more garlic. So here's your garlic. Put it in here. All right, and then you just press and roll. All right, let's see what happened. And there you go. Perfect. All right, so now I'm going to take the garlic. Now look at this gizmo. This is just unbelievable. I love this thing. See the little teeth in there? So I'm going to put my garlic in here. And then this has teeth too. And you just put it in there and then you just twist it. All right, you twist it back and forth. My hand hurts a little bit today, so I'm having a hard time. But, okay, here we go. I can feel it. And look at that beautiful minced garlic. And you just spoon it out. All right, so now we know the garlic. We got the garlic gizmos, and once again, that's from Chef Darren's Kitchen Table. So take a look at his website, his Instagram, his Facebook page, and also La Terra Natural Oils. It's on Bull Street, and Chef Darren is on 42nd Street, right off on the corner of Abercorn, but the entrance to his building is on 42nd Street behind the gas station. Okay, so now let me remind you that I have my seasoning for sale. If you're watching on this Facebook Live and you want to buy it at a discount, my normal retail price for this bottle is $9. If you're watching now and you send me a message through my Facebook page and say that you want to order some and you live in Savannah, I will sell it to you for $6 and I will deliver it to you for free. And so if you just tell me how many bottles you want, then I will just reply to your message and tell you how to pay me. You know, you can pay me through Venmo or PayPal, or when I deliver it, you can give me cash, either way. My Venmo is Marguerite-Couquette. If you don't know how to spell that, it's better if we just message back and forth so you can copy and paste it. So once again, if you want to buy this today, send me a message through the Facebook page. Tell me what you want. I will deliver it for free. Or if you're far and wide, I can send it to you free shipping. Okay? And so this one is sale price of $7. Okay. Now I have a little packet. This normally goes for $5. You can have her for $4 if that's what you want. It's really handy to keep in your purse, and when you go to restaurants and they give you that salad, it's so good, but it just doesn't have any pop. You just sprinkle some of this on your salad or on your steak or your chicken or fish, whatever you're eating. This comes in handy. It also makes a great stocking stuffer. You can give it to your friends. Okay.
Shelby said, "Can you hand deliver some to Athens?"
Oh, that's funny. You never know. Be careful what you ask for. It might come true. Okay, how are we doing for time? Let me check. Oh, this clock is almost. Okay, 7:20. Got 10 minutes left. The asparagus should be ready. Let's pull it out of the oven. Cross our fingers that it's good. Use my beautiful pot holder from Alice and Pearl. Ooh, that does look good. Now, depending on how you like it, you can always stir it around and put it back in for another minute or two, because it will be cooked more on the side that was touching the pan. So I'm just going to stir it around, put it back in for another 2 or 3 minutes, really, not too much, and maybe give it another little sprinkle. You know, make it really taste good. All right, and all right, I'm gonna set the timer for 3 minutes. All right, what else can I show you, people out in Facebook land? Any other questions? Okay, well, here's something I'll show you. I just diced up some cucumber, so that's something easy. You can just slice some cucumber, and you can just sprinkle a little seasoning on it, perk that right up, make that yummy. Okay, and oh, I do have one other thing I was going to show you. The summer rolls. This is gonna take me to the end of the time. I've got to get the things out here. Tell you what, why don't you focus on the banner for a second while I look for what I'm looking for. Okay, all right, you can swing back around here. So this is rice paper, and you can get it at any Asian market, and it's very inexpensive, and it's just made out of, I guess, rice, and it's kind of hard. It's sort of like spaghetti. You know how it's hard, and then you put it in water and it gets soft. All right, so I have a plate here. I should have done this earlier. Let me, actually, I'm going to use a measuring cup for this. Okay, I'm going to get a couple of cups of water. This is my Berkey filter. I like filtered water. Water out of the tap is just a little too chunky for me. And so what we're going to do is soak the rice paper till it's soft, and then we're just going to fill it like a burrito. All right. All right. So you saw I put the rice paper in the plate. You want a plate that's got a little lip around, so it's like makes a little lake. All right. And it's darn near invisible. It's really hard to see. All right. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so this is going to take a minute to soften. And in the meantime, I'm going to tell you about the sauce I made. Okay, so this can be a dipping sauce. I made it with tahini, lemon juice, tamari, and ginger and garlic. So let me say that again. Tahini, lemon juice, tamari, ginger, and garlic. That's all that's in here. I stir that up, and I just think it's very bright and delicious. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off everything. Pull the asparagus out. Oh yeah, Now we're talking. Okay, so there's our asparagus. You know, I could just eat the onions and asparagus and that would be delicious, but you can use it as a side dish and serve it to accompany anything you like. Okay, so what else do we have? Oh, I know. I want to show you my other fun thing to do. I'll bring it over here. Bring it right over here. So this is the old-fashioned box grater. And if you don't have one, maybe your mother had one or your grandmother.
Margaret asked if that's on the website.
Yes, it's called tahini sauce. The dipping sauce is on my website. I've got the recipe page. Thank you, Margie, for reminding me to talk about my web. On my website, momixes.com, I have a recipe page. All my recipes are on it, including the tahini sauce that I just described. This is on there. Okay, so I like to take a large carrot and the biggest holes on the box grater and okay, that'll be enough for one serving. Okay, so we got some shredded carrot. Okay, let's check on the rice paper. Oh yeah, it's nice and soft now. So you just put your hands in it and you can feel it. And then you pick it up and you let some of the water drip off. You see how pliable it is now. All right, I'm going to put it on another plate and spread it out. Okay, I'm going to put some of the shredded carrot in here. And then I also had cut some more cucumber earlier. And the cucumber is in like little matchsticks. Okay, so I'm going to put some cucumber in there. And you know what? I want avocado. So let me just really quickly grab an avocado. And hope it's a good one. Good enough. Alright, and I'm just going to slice up some avocado, put it in there. Okay, and alright, I'm going to take my seasoning, I'm going to sprinkle it. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I also put the seasoning in my dipping sauce. Who knew? Alright, and let me get another spoon. And I'm going to put some of the sauce in it, but you can also, you know, get more as you eat it if you want. Alright, so I put some dipping sauce on there. And here's the fun part. Well, it's all fun. I'm going to fold it from the sides like that. Alright, and then just like a burrito, I'm going to fold it up this way. Actually, got the sauce over here, so I'm going to do this. Better if you fold it away. This is going to be a little messy, but it's okay. Okay, whoops, escapee back in there. All right, so now we got summer roll. Okay, ta-da. All right, so I think that's all the time we have for this wonderful Facebook Live event. So we did oven roasted onions to be caramelized. We did oven roasted asparagus, delicious. We did the guacamole. We did a quick raw cucumber. We made carrot chips. And we made the summer roll with the dipping sauce. And I have, seasoning is on sale. Just send me a message, tell me what you want, and we'll make arrangements. I do have something special. I don't know if anybody is interested in super hot. This is not my usual. I have way more cayenne pepper in here than usual. So if there's anybody you know that really likes things hot and wants to buy a pound of it, just to give you an idea, this bottle is 2.75 ounces. This is 16 ounces. So this is like 5 of these bottles in this bag. And my normal price is $9, so this would be like $45 retail. But if anybody wants this, I will sell it for $25, super hot, and just send me a message if you want the super extra hot. Okay, so just send me messages if you have any more questions. Thank you for attending, and I'm going to say goodbye.